to rest. Like, I think she deserved that. Like, it was sad that she was there all by herself, so I really liked that Sam insisted on putting her to rest. And my low light was Greeley's wife not being found for all that time. Like, everything about that just really sucks. And also Molly's situation really sucks too, because yes, it was her car that struck Greeley.
But she didn't mean to. Like, it was definitely an accident.
Well, see, that was what I was gonna say, is it's not her fault.
Yeah.
So I just thought everything about her situation sucked, and Mrs. Greeley, that sucked too. So definitely the low light.
Meredith, how about you?
My highlight is just the way the episode is set up and the way it's told, because we're seeing it from Molly's perspective, and we only really know what she knows, and I think that's a really cool way to tell the story.
Yeah, I liked that as well.
Low light, I don't know, it's hard to watch because it's very sad, and that's not really a bad thing, but it is hard to watch.
Yeah, it's not one that you like rewatch when you like want to feel better.
No.
Yeah, no.
As opposed to like Tall Tales that we covered last week. Nick, how about you?
I guess the highlight was really like you said, laying Molly to rest and Mrs. Greeley, so. And then the low light was part of the finding Mr. Greeley.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
And the Mr. Greeley torturing Molly, so.
Yeah, Mr. Greeley torturing Molly was my low light of the episode. Overall, I really love this episode. It is one of my favorites of the season.
Agreed.
But I will always vote for less on-screen torture of young women. Like, we can get the torture's happening without seeing any of it, and like, I just don't think we needed it, you know, to get that was what was happening.
Like, I think the shot where we see them through the window, like her
was
strung
fine.
up, like,
Yeah.
I think that would have been sufficient.
We didn't need the close-up
Fair.
shot of him carving up her chest and stomach.
As far as Supernatural goes with torturing young women, this is pretty tame.
It is.
True.
I had to pick a low light.
I agree, don't worry, but also, like, compared to other stuff.
Yeah, that's true. My highlight of the episode is, I think I have to go with the scene where Sam and Molly are talking upstairs. I still feel like Sam's lying, even though he's talking generally. I just think the knowledge that Molly's a ghost makes this a lie. But I think that what he says about holding on too tight and being able to let go is important, not just for Molly, but for Sam, who has a tendency to hold on to things even when they might kill him. Flashback to the end of last season when Sam was willing to get himself killed for a shot at Azazel. I think that it's important that Sam remembers to let go sometimes. So I'm glad that he was giving that advice. I wish he would take it himself.
One day.
Call CPS. I don't think there was anything for that this week. Just drive carefully. I guess in placement of be a good parent.
Don't 6 T's and drive.
Yeah.
We should do assemblies for schools.
Yeah, we should.
We got this.
Mental health check. I'm not a psychologist. This segment is based purely on my own opinions. Weekly reminder that if you're struggling with anything at all, please reach out for help. This week was actually, I think, a positive for mental health in terms of the Winchesters. I think in their own ways, both the boys said some really healthy shit.
They grew.
I think we're like fine. Soul transactions, there was none. Sam's traumatic brain injury. Consciousness remained intact this week. We are good.
He's
Wow.
getting stronger.
We're on a streak.
Yeah, we're back on a streak. We just broke the streak a couple episodes, but we are back on one. This is 2 in a row.
Good for you, Sam.
Just like I love how you said he's getting stronger. Like, oh no. He's becoming too powerful. His one weakness.
All of these head injuries are coming to the season 14 head injury that almost kills Sam. Like, it's all building to the head injury.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
That's when they remember that head injuries are serious.
Yeah. Let's do episode ranking, and let's start with Meredith.
You know, I'm gonna give it a 10.
10, okay, that's excellent. Nick, how about you?
I would give it 10.
10, okay, wow. I'm a little surprised, but I'm not mad.
I just can't think of anything, like, significant enough to drag down the rating.
Yeah, fair enough. Audrey, how about you?
I was thinking about an 8 or a 9. Like, I really like this episode, but it just makes me sad.
That's fair.
That's valid.
Yeah.
You can deduct points for emotional damage.
Yes, I can.
It's sad.
Emotional damage.
It means the writers did their job.
Yeah, good job, Rael Tucker, for sure. Great acting by the boys, as always.
And Tricia Helfer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I love
definitely.
her so
I think she added so much to this episode. I think her portrayal of Molly was so great.
And like I said, she's really good on Lucifer.
Yeah, I will have to watch that show eventually.
Also, this is a bit of a tangent, and you can, like, cut it and place it somewhere else if you want to.
Okay.
But, like, I was thinking about, like, Molly's costuming and her hair, because she had to be lady dressed in a way that wouldn't, like, tell us when she's from.
1992.
Yeah. I thought they did a really good job at, like, dressing her ambiguously enough for us to not really realize until the end of the episode that she is from 1992.
Yeah, that's actually a great point.
Kind of watching her, like, I was kind of inspecting her outfit, like, because I just watched the episode earlier this morning again. Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah, and they had to do the same thing with her car and with David right at the start of the episode.
I am shocked, honestly, that I didn't notice her clothing at all. Because, usually that is my thing. I usually take note of what people are wearing. But I genuinely just didn't even think to pay attention to that at all.
There's a lot of other stuff going on.
I think in particular in this case, it's because this episode is so long ago now for us. It's been like 15 years as well.
Yeah.
So I think, I just find even the 2000s clothes are kind of not super in fashion, and they're dated as well. It's not just like the contemporary versus like old storyline. The contemporary storyline is also another 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's so interesting. I'm glad you mentioned that before we got into our last segment of the week. Our last segment of the week is line of the week. So let's see what Nick's picked for his line of the week.
Mine was Dean saying you're walking a cyclopedia of weirdness. I love that line.
That is pretty good. Audrey, how about you?
I kind of liked, it was kind of violent, but Dean going whoops before he blows Jonah all to hell with his gun.
Yeah, that was good too. Meredith, how about you?
I had the same one as Nick, so I'm going to pick
Sorry.
Sam's response to Dean's line, which was, yeah, I know.
I have two, and I'm going to say both of them because you guys didn't say either of them. My first one is the one that I already talked about, which is Dean's call me Dean joke. I just think that was an unexpectedly funny joke. The episode really needed a point of levity right there, and it was good. My other one was right after Dean shoots Jonah, which is when they find the path to the house, and I think Dean says, I think it's Dean, I'm 99% sure it's Dean and not Sam, says follow the creepy brick road.
Yeah, that was Dean, I think so.
Which I don't remember if it made the episode or if Abigail cut it so that we didn't sound silly, but we incorrectly identified where that reference was from.
Where did you say it was from? I need to know.
Abigail said Alice in Wonderland, and I just went, yep, that's right. I love that.
That hurts my heart.
And then 3 seconds later, we realized what we'd said.
I can kind of see why you thought that, because there is a point where Alice comes to a crossroads with the Cheshire Cat, but that is not where that reference is from.
Yes, we did immediately recognize our mistake, because that is in fact a Wizard of Oz.
Oh goodness.
Is it?
I just know that.
I'm a very big Alice in Wonderland fan, and I take
also
this seriously.
like Alice in Wonderland. I'm very familiar with both Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz.
I can kind of see why in the moment you would get it mixed up, but
Abigail just said it, and I just immediately yes-anded them.
You said it so confidently.
Yeah,
stand up for the truth.
We're gonna blame Abigail.
My brain didn't even think twice about it, and then they caught themselves. I didn't even clue in until they went, wait, no.
Hey, if you're gonna be wrong, at least say it confidently.
That's fair, yeah.
That's like a whole subreddit, is confidently incorrect.
But that was it for the episode. So, Meredith, where can the people find you?
Lots of places. You can find me on Tumblr, Instagram, and TikTok, and if you go there, you'll see lots of really cool drawings for the fantasy series I'm writing.
I love
and
that.
Also, you can find her under your bed.
Oh no.
Your bed.
Joke's on you. I don't have any space under my bed.
And Audrey, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at StareApparent. I make weird complaints, and I limit myself to just Twitter.
Honestly, the weird complaints are worth it.
And Nick, where can people find you?
They can find me on TikTok and Instagram, NickLink7.
Awesome. Next week, we're going to be covering Season 2, Episode 17, Heart, and Meredith and I will be joined by Moira.
I forgot to say my username. It's Shades of Day and Era. That's why I kept tripping up.
I don't know how you missed that, and I don't know how I missed that you missed that.
I've been KJ, and this has been Supernatural Opinions. If you enjoyed our show, the best thing you can do is subscribe on your podcast app of choice and tell a friend. Check out our link tree in the episode description for all of our social media and any other Supernatural-related projects we might be working on. Send us an email. Our address is supernaturalopinionspodcast@gmail.com, or reach out directly at KJ, @EditingKJ on all platforms. platforms. Thank you to Joe Veretta for our theme song, and our logo was created by Faith Ebert of faithanddesigns.ca. The episode was recorded, edited, and produced by me, Editing KJ. If you want to hear more from me, you can check out my other podcast, Series of Opinions. And last but not least, a huge thank you to all of our guests.
Some things in this world are supernatural. What we need is a savior.